Hi everyone, it's Coach Fred here, and it seems every day I learn something that I think might be helpful for the SAT, and I rush to my computer to make a video for you. So today I'm going to do a little mini lesson on really understanding what linear equations and systems of equations, what it means when you get a no solution or an infinite solution. So if we look at linear equations, if we consider a linear equation, when you get its solution, a solution makes the equation true. A solution, makes the equation true. So if it has no solution, the equation is not true, that solution you get. That solution you get is going to make the equation not true. Like 2 equals -5. That's not a true statement. So if you get that, it won't work. Infinite solutions means that the solution you get, all x's you get, will be true. Think for a second if I gave you, I don't know, 2x equals 2x. All right, well, x could be 5. If x is 5, then you have 10 equals 10. If x is 20, you have 40 equals 40. It's a true statement. And look, it looks exactly the same on the left and the right. Whereas if it was a no solution linear equation, it's probably going to look something like this. Maybe like 2x plus 1 equals 2x plus 7. So that's actually doesn't make sense, because if you multiply a number by 2 and then add 1 to it, how could it possibly equal that same number multiplied by 2 and then add 7 to it? So these are the two things you're going to be looking for when you're considering a no solution versus an infinite solution. But let's just always keep in mind that when you solve a linear equation, or any equation, the solution is what makes the equation true. A system of linear equations, when you solve it, is different. When you solve a system of linear equations, you're looking for the point of intersection of the two lines. Which is why when you solve a linear system, we've said that graphing is a possibility, and you're always looking for an x and a y. It's like where those lines intersect. All right, so if there's no solution, that means the lines don't intersect. Okay, well, in geometry you learned that if lines don't intersect, it means that they are parallel. And the thing on this test that you really have to know is if they're parallel lines, that means they have the same slope. So the slopes have to be equal to each other. So you can set the slopes equal if you're looking for different values. All right, but if it's an infinite solutions, okay, it means it's the same line. That means that the slopes are also the same. And it has every point in common. Now, I will tell you, though, what I have found when I've seen questions regarding this idea on the SAT, it really comes down to having the same slope. So if you set the slopes equal to each other, it's really going to help. Okay, so let's make sure we are comfortable with seeing it. Can we identify no solution versus infinite solution by looking at linear equations? Well, when I look at it and they ask me a question about a linear equation regarding no solution or systems, I always simplify first. I don't want parentheses, I don't want fractions, just like I say on all these problems. So in this case, I'm going to distribute my 2, giving me 6x minus 10 plus 4 equals 6x minus 12. All right, I'm going to combine the like terms, and that's going to give me 6x minus 6 equals 6x minus 12. Already, I can see I've got the same exact x and different constants. So I can tell you this is no solution. I can identify that right away. Now, if you didn't see it right away and you tried to subtract 6 to both sides, you get -6 equals -12, which is also not a true statement, so no solution. All right, let's look At this next one, again, I'm going to simplify first. I'm going to distribute the 1/3, giving me 3x minus 6 equals 3x minus 6. Right here, I can see it. All real numbers are infinite solutions. All reals, infinite. No matter what value I put in for x, the left and the right of the equation are going to be the same as. They're the same. The left is the same as the right. So that would be infinite solutions. Understanding this is key, okay? All right, let's look at some questions. This was on a recent SAT. It was a multiple choice. I'm not giving it as a multiple choice here. It's question number 10 on the non-calculator. It says, in the given equation, b is a constant. If the equation, which just means a number, and they do that all the time, okay? Anytime they give you a, b, and c, they are not variables. They are numbers, okay? If the equation has infinitely many solutions, what is the value of b? Okay, so that means I need an equation where the left and the right are the same. This and this need to be the same. That way I have infinite solutions. So I look at it first, we simplify. So I'm going to get rid of those fractions by multiplying both sides of the equation by 2. That gives me 4x plus b equals 4x plus 16. All right, I need to make them the same, so the value of b that would make them the same would be 16. Now, that looks like a challenging problem. Why? Because when we put infinite and no solutions, we all get freaked out. But that's what math's about, finding answers. And sometimes we can't always find answers, okay? All right, let's look at one with a system. All right, 29 on the calculator section means it's harder because 30 is the hardest. In the system of equations below, a and c are constants. There's that word again. It just means a number. If the system of equation has an infinite number of solutions, what is the value of a? Okay, so the rule is simplify first. I see the top has fractions. I am going to clear the fractions. I'm going to multiply by 6. That's going to give me 3x plus 2y equals 1. And then I have ax plus y equals 6. All right, if you really wanted to make them look, there's 2 ways you could do this. You could just use the standard form shortcut. So ax plus by equals c is standard form of a linear equation. I have said in my linear equation videos that it's really nice to know the shortcut for the slope. The slope is always negative a over b, not to be confused with what you do with quadratics, okay? Negative a over b is your slope. So I know the slope of this equation would be negative 3 over 2. So then this equation, there's a hidden 1 right here, would be negative a over 1. Now, if I can cancel the negatives, and that would give me 2a equals 3. And then if I divide by 2, I'm going to get 3 halves. All right. Now, you might be saying, but how do you know they're infinite? Because they're not, because this one has a 1 and this one has a 6. So if you are uncomfortable with that, you could multiply this top equation by 6 to make this one a 6. That would give you 18x plus 12y equals 6, and ax plus y equals 6. All right, again, then the slopes would have to be the same, but look what happens. Negative a over 1 equals negative 18 over 12. Well, negative 18 over 12 is 3 over 2, okay? So the negatives cancel, so a would be equal to 3 over 2. So either way, you're going to get this 3 over 2. But it's important to know infinite number of solutions means they have every point in common and they also have the same slope. All right, so that's my video tonight on no solution and infinite solutions on the SAT. I hope it was helpful. Have a great day.